Well, good evening and welcome to Weslaco, Texas. We are on the campus of Weslaco East High School. Wildcat Baseball Stadium, to be more exact. K-West bringing you 31-6A baseball. It is your Wildcats taking on the Bobcats of Edinburg High School. My name is Joe Aguilar. I'm joined by Vinny Berry, and we'll be bringing you all the action from this ball game here in Weslaco tonight. The Bobcats come in with a 2-4 district record. The Wildcats come in with a 1-7 district record. The Bobcats batting order goes as such. Leading off is going to be the right fielder, Brandon Morin. Batting second, the center fielder, Nathan Ochoa. Batting third is going to be the catcher, Jorge Salinas. In the cleanup spot will be the third baseman, E.J. Alanis. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Ethan Rivera. Batting sixth is the pitcher, Darren Barrera. Batting seventh, first baseman, Arturo Martinez. Batting eighth, the second baseman, John Gonzalez. And batting ninth will be the left fielder, Tyler Flores. First pitch from Julian San Miguel is in there for strike one. I'll go over the defensive lineup for your Wildcats in just a second. Once again, leading off for the Bobcats is going to be the right fielder, Brandon Morin. Second pitch misses just a bit outside for ball one. As we did mention right now, Julian San Miguel is on the mound for your Wildcats. Doing the catching behind the plate is Javier Garza. At first base, Nick Solis. Second base is Aaron Gomez. At third base is Caleb Escamilla. And at shortstop is Jesse Lopez. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike two. So the count is now 1-2 strikes on the right fielder, Brandon Morin. Outfield for the Wildcats. Ramsey Vasquez is in left. Jaime Rodriguez is in center. And Dominic Castillo is in right. That ball just a bit inside, so that is going to make it a 2-2 count. So we've got the count even at 2-2 strikes on the right fielder, Brandon Morin. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and fouled away. That one's out of play, so the count will remain 2-2 strikes on the right fielder, Brandon Morin. That one is lined up the middle. Out into center field. Jaime Rodriguez will pick it up, bring it into play. So Brandon Morin leads off with a single for the Bobcats. They've got a runner at first base, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Nathan Ochoa. Last time these two met up in Edinburgh, your Wildcats came out victorious by a score of 8-5. See if they can repeat that tonight. Nobody out. We do have a runner at first base, and now batting is going to be the center fielder, Nathan Ochoa. Bunt is shown, and it's in the dirt to the pitcher. San Miguel picks it up, fires it to first base for out number one. But that bunt will advance Morin to second base, so we got a runner at second base with one out, and that'll bring up the catcher, Jorge Salinas. Breaking ball is in there for strike one. San Miguel came after him with a curveball, and that one broke nicely over the plate. Salinas just watched it go by. Same pitch. This time, Jorge Salinas fouls it back, so it's going to be 0-2 the count on the catcher, Jorge Salinas. So here comes the 0-2. Swung on, and this one is right at the second baseman, Aaron Gomez. But it takes a nasty hop. And that's in there for a base hit. Morin will score from second.
Up next for the Bobcats, number 12, EJ Alanis.
So a run comes across for the Bobcats. There is still one out. Salinas at first base. He'll have a pinch runner. That's going to be Adan Adame. And that'll bring up the third baseman, EJ Alanis. San Miguel goes to first base. Adame in there on time. That pitch is high and away, ball one, so the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swung on, this one is fouled back out of play, so the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looked like they may have had a hit and run on as Adame took off. Looked like San Miguel got his foot caught in the mound. And I think Coach Valdez is coming out because he wants a balk called. So whatever Coach Valdez's argument was, play stands. One ball, 1 strike on the batter, EJ Alanis. He calls timeout. It's granted. He steps out of the box. I'm not 100% certain, but from where I am at, that looks like EJ's using a wooden bat. And that ball is hit deep to center field. Has Jaime Rodriguez on his horse. He grabs it for out number 2. So we've got 2 outs, runner at first base, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Ethan Rivera. Once again, San Miguel over to first base. Adam in there with plenty of time. Bobcats have scored 1 here in the top half of the first inning. Pitch is on its way. This is a fly ball into left center field. We'll see who calls it off, and that's going to be Ramsey Vasquez. He comes over and grabs that one for out number 3. So we did have 2 hits, 1 run, 1 runner left on. We head to the bottom of the first. The Bobcats lead 1-0. Welcome back to Weslaco East High School. We are at Wildcat Baseball Stadium. Your Wildcats taking on the Bobcats of Edinburg High School. Edinburg High, 1 run on their top half of the inning. Wildcats coming to bat. Let's look over the batting order for your Wildcats. Leading it off is going to be the shortstop, Jesse Lopez. Batting second, center fielder, Jaime Rodriguez. Batting third, first baseman, Nick Solis. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot is going to be the pitcher, Julian San Miguel. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Dominic Castillo. Batting sixth, second baseman, Aaron Gomez. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Ramsey Vasquez. Batting eighth is going to be the catcher, Javi Garza. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, Lenny Longoria. First pitch from Darren Barrera is in there for strike 1. I'll give you the defensive assignment for the Bobcats in just a bit. That is swung on and missed for strike 2, so 0-2 is the count. On the shortstop, Jesse Lopez. Catcher Jorge Salinas lined up way outside, and that's where the pitch was at, so that's ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Breaking ball just misses outside, and the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, we did tell you that Darren Barrera is on the mound and Jorge Salinas is behind the plate. Arturo Martinez at first base. At second is John Gonzalez. At third is E.J. Alanis. And at short is Manuel Cantu. That one missed just a bit outside, and the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. In left field is Tyler Flores. In center, Nathan Ochoa. And in right is Brandon Morin. That one misses way outside as once again the catcher Jorge Salinas lines up. I can only guess that he thinks he's on the outside corner, but he's literally in the other batter's box. And that's where the pitch is coming. So the leadoff batter gets on via a walk, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Jaime Rodriguez. That one misses just a bit outside. So that's ball 1. Barrera going over to first base. Martinez literally had to come off the bag to get that one. Bunt is on. It's fouled back. And that's the first strike. So we got 1 ball and 1 strike on the center fielder, Jaime Rodriguez. Nobody out. Lead batter is on at first. Weslaco East coming up. Top of the lineup with 2 left-handed batters. Bunt was on, but he brought the bat back. So that misses outside for ball 2. Once again, this time he does lay it down to the third baseman, E.J. Alanis. He picks it up and fires it to first for out number 1. So Rodriguez did what he needed to do, and that is to advance Lopez to second. So we do have a runner at second base with 1 out, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Nick Solis. Nick Solis, only a sophomore, but he hit the ball a ton. And this first pitch is popped up to right field. Brandon Morin is under it. He's grabbing it, and he'll fire it in, and he'll keep Jesse Lopez at second base. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Julian San Miguel.
Up next at the plate is number 13, Julian San Miguel.
San Miguel is the pitcher for your Wildcats tonight. Breaking ball, that one a little high and outside for ball 1. Wildcats would love to get that runner across, tie up this game. Swung on, that's a bouncer to the pitcher. He has to get off the mound, move to his right. Tries to fire to first base, and that ball is high. Runner does come in. And that's an error on the pitcher. And on the throw, San Miguel advances to second. So that'll bring up the right fielder, Dominic Castillo. That was a high bouncer. Barrera got off the mound, moved over to his right to grab it, had time, but that ball was just errant. And we did make a mention of something similar to that when he tried to pick off Marquez at first, where the ball was thrown and Arturo Martinez had to get off the bag to get that one. That pitch is in there for called strike 1, so the pitch count is 1 ball and 1 strike. And that one is swung on towards the shortstop. He moves far to his right, fires it to first. 1 hopper in there on time for out number 3. What a play by Manuel Cantu. Had to move to his right, and from his knee, fired it to first to get the 3rd out. So we did have 1 runner left on, no hits, and 1 run did come in, and so we head to the second, tied up at 1.
Weslaco ISD graduates receive more than $4 million in college scholarships, including dozens who will play college sports. More than 900 received a certification and are ready for the workforce or continuing their education. Over 400 honor graduates will have opportunities to study at top-tier universities. And we are proud of our scholars graduating from medical school, law school, business school, and Ivy League universities. Weslaco ISD, the right choice for high school and beyond.
Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball Field. We are in Weslaco, Texas. K-West bringing you this 31-6A clash between the Bobcats of Edinburg High School and your Weslaco East Wildcats. We head to the second inning, tied up at 1. Leading it off in the second inning will be the pitcher, Darren Barrera. On deck, Arturo Martinez. And in the hole is John Gonzalez. That one is fouled back for strike 1. Barrera comes to the plate aggressive, swinging at that first pitch, fouling it back. Swings at the second pitch, misses for strike 2. So San Miguel gets ahead of the count here. 0-2. That one's in there for called strike 3. So San Miguel records his first strikeout of the night. So with one out, that'll bring up the first baseman, Arturo Martinez. That one is low, so that's ball 1. Swung on, fouled back for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the first baseman, Arturo Martinez. Breaking ball. This one is hit to center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. So Martinez is on board at first with 1 out, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, John Gonzalez. San Miguel firing at the first base. Martinez in there on time. This one is hit right at the third baseman. Good job by Escamilla to second to get that lead runner. It's not in time to first. So John Gonzalez is at first base. That's a fielder's choice. Coaching staff for Edinburg is saying that he was not on the bag. Umpiring crew saying he was there, he touched the bag. So there are 2 outs in the inning. And we do have a runner at first in John Gonzalez, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Tyler Flores. Again, San Miguel going to first. Pretty close there, but Gonzalez is in there on time. That one missing outside for ball 1. That one misses outside as well, ball 2. We haven't seen San Miguel behind in the count on too many batters tonight. Flores steps out of the box. That one is low. Runner is going to second, and he's in there with a stolen base. There are 2 outs in the inning. We do have a runner at second base. The count is 3-0 to the left fielder, Tyler Flores. So here comes the 3-0. He looks at that one for strike one. Swung on. Third baseman one-hands it. And he fires to first for out number 3. What a backhand by Caleb Escamilla. And then he follows through with a great throw for out number 3. We had 1 hit, no runs, 1 runner left on. We head to the bottom of the second, still tied at 1.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. KOS bringing you the Wildcats and the Bobcats. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Score is tied at 1. Coming up to bat for your Wildcats, second baseman Aaron Gomez. He'll be followed up by the left fielder Ramsey Vasquez and the catcher Javier Garza. First pitch misses low for ball 1. That one is outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on the second baseman, Aaron Gomez. Swung on, fouled away. That is strike 1. Two balls and a strike on Aaron Gomez. He looks at that one for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one is swung on. It's going up the middle, and it gets through for a base hit. So for the second straight inning, your Wildcats get the leadoff batter on. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Ramsey Vasquez. Shows bunt. He puts it down. It's right at the pitcher. Barrera picks it up, fires to first. That one is in time. Aaron Gomez is safely at second base. So for the second straight inning, batters are doing what they are asked to do, and that is bunting it and getting the runner over. So with 1 out, runner at first, that's going to bring up the catcher, Javi Garza. Swung on and fouled back. Strike one. Second pitch is swung on, and this one's a hopper to the third baseman. Alanis grabs it, fires it to first for out number 2. He looked over at second to keep Gomez at second to make sure he's not going anywhere. So that's 2 away, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Lenny Longoria. First pitch taken for ball 1. Takes the second pitch for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the designated hitter, Lenny Longoria. Breaking ball is in there for strike 2. That one is high and inside. Count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs in the inning. Salinas had shifted over to his right, but that pitch was inside regardless. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So we did have one hit, 1 runner left on. Nobody came across, so we head to the 3rd inning, still tied at 1.
Weslaco ISD now introducing all-day pre-K. Bring your children to Weslaco ISD for a fun and engaging learning experience, helping to create lifelong learners. At Weslaco ISD all-day pre-K, your kids become young scholars, taking part in leadership programs, learning about science and technology, introducing them to literacy so they love to read. Registration taking place now at Weslaco ISD, the right choice.
We are back at Wildcat Baseball Field. KOS bringing you the Wildcats and the Bobcats. We are about to get set here in the 3rd inning. Score still tied at 1-1. Leading it off for the Bobcats is the leadoff hitter, Brandon Morin. So we are at the top of the order, Morin, Ochoa, and Salinas. Morin opened up with a base hit, and he scored in the 1st inning. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it away for strike 1. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. San Miguel doing a great job with that curveball. That one misses outside for ball 1. That one missing a little low. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the right fielder, Brandon Morin. That one just a bit outside. Count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. He looks at strike 3. So that is the second strikeout for San Miguel. And that's going to bring up the center fielder, Nathan Ochoa. Sacrifice bunt from Nathan Ochoa in the first inning. He's thrown out at first as the bunt was picked up by the pitcher, San Miguel. Another curveball for San Miguel, excuse me. And that one is in there for strike 1. That's a fastball, and it's ripped to left field for a base hit. So Nathan Ochoa is aboard at first base, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Jorge Salinas. Jorge is 1 for 1 so far in the ball game. He had a single and an RBI in the first inning. This time, San Miguel just tosses it softly to first base. We did have a stolen base in the second inning, so San Miguel just wants to make sure that they know they are being watched, excuse me. Runner takes off, but the pitch is fouled back for strike. And so the runner will have to go back. Nothing in 1 is the count. This time, San Miguel rips one into first, but Ochoa in there with plenty of time. Runner goes again. This time the ball is fly to center field. Rodriguez has to get on his horse and go back, and it's over his head and into the fence. Ochoa rounding third, headed home, and going to third is Salinas. He goes in there head first, and he's got himself a triple. So Salinas has 2 RBIs here in this ball game. He's brought across both runs for the Bobcats. So with 1 out and a runner at third base, that'll bring up the third baseman, E.J. Alanis. Alanis is 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to center his first time up. 2-1 is the score. Bobcats just taking the lead with that RBI triple from Salinas. First pitch is in there for strike 1. That one is swung on and fouled down the first base line for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes is the count on the third baseman, E.J. Alanis. Only 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Bobcats lead 2-1. That's a big curveball, barely missing. Ball 1. San Miguel can get that pitch to really move. That one is inside, fouled back. Yeah, it looked like San Miguel was going with something inside to force him to swing at it. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one is just a bit outside in the dirt, and a great job by Javi Garza to keep that ball in front of him. Here comes the 2-2. And that one is fouled off down the first base side of the field. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I think that's the 5th straight curveball off the arm of San Miguel. We'll see what he elects to do here with a 2 ball and 2 strike count. Little hesitation. And that curveball was ripped into right field. Brings across another run for the Bobcats. Scores now 3-1.
Up next, number 13, Ethan Rivera.
Still just 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Ethan Rivera. Ethan flew out to left his first time up at bat tonight. First pitch is swung on and hit right up the middle for a base hit. And the runner is not stopping. He's going all the way to third, slides into third safely. So back-to-back base hits for the Bobcats.
Number 21, Darren.
So there are runners at the corner with just 1 out, and that's going to bring up Darren Barrera. He is the pitcher for the Bobcats. He was struck out looking his last time up at bat in the 2nd inning. San Miguel going to first base. Of course, he would like to keep that runner at first base because it keeps the double play as an option, which if you can turn it will get you out of the inning. Runner's going. It's a bunt, fly. San Miguel grabs it, and he'll double up Rivera at first base. So When we talked about a double play, we're looking at something up the middle, but they still turned the double play for the third out, and we head to the bottom of the third. Bobcats lead 3-1.
Before Rene Hinojosa became a business executive, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL academics, designed the original Wildcats logo, was an all-state academic middle linebacker. He then played for the Longhorns, graduating with a business degree from UT. Now he's the Director of Strategic Development at Doctors Hospital at Renaissance. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Rene Hinojosa, WISD was the right choice.
Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball Field. K-West bringing you this Wildcat baseball game between your Wildcats and the Bobcats of Edinburg High School. We head to the bottom of the third. Your Wildcats trail 3-1. We're back to the top of the order with the shortstop, Jesse Lopez. Swings at the first pitch. It's in play. Catcher has a hard time getting his hands on it. Throws it to first, and it's over the head of the first baseman, but I'm not sure if he would have been in there on time or not. So we are going to count that an error on the throw. So Lopez successfully at first base his first 2 times up. Last time he got on a walk. This time he gets on a throwing error from the catcher, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Jaime Rodriguez. Jaime is 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded out to the third baseman his first time up. Shows bunt, brings it back, swings away, and that's fouled back for strike 1. That's a chopper to the second baseman, but he was cheating over to second base, anticipating a steal. So no way that he would get over there and field that one and get Jaime out. So we do have runners at first and second, nobody out, and that's going to bring up first baseman Nick Solis. Nick Solis flied out to right field his first time up, swinging on the first pitch. This time he lets the first pitch go by, and that's a curveball in there for strike 1. Another curveball. This time it misses high and inside for ball 1. This time, ball didn't break. Solis gets out of the way. It is ball 2. So a lot of breaking balls being thrown on both sides. That one is low, ball 3. 3 straight balls from Barrera. Count is now 3 balls and a strike on the first baseman, Nick Solis. That is swung on and hit right up the middle for a base hit. Runner coming home. Here comes the throw. Cutoff has it, but it's not in time. So Jesse Lopez scores from second. Rodriguez advances to second, and Nick Solis is at first with an RBI single.
Up next at the plate is number 13, Julian San Miguel.
So Lopez reached on an error, and then we've had back-to-back base hits, and we got 1 run come across for your Wildcats. Runners at first and second, nobody out, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Julian San Miguel. Shows bunt. And that's strike one. Barrera steps back, sending Rodriguez back to second base. Bunt is on. This time it's brought back. A high chopper over the head of the third baseman. And here comes Rodriguez. Throw is in there, and they got him out. Tyler Flores with a strike from left field. Nick Solis in at third. San Miguel stops at first. One out, and that'll bring up Dominic Castillo. Castillo grounded out to the shortstop, his first time up at bat today. Coach Brown comes down and has a few words with Dominic. It looks like we'll get a courtesy runner for San Miguel. That'll be Raymond Ibarra.
Hey, double up.
So the Wildcats get one back here in the third. Just one out. Runners at the corner, and Dominic Castillo at the plate. That pitch is in there for strike one. This one is a fly ball to right field. Solis tagging from third. Here comes the throw. Cutoff has it. Fires the home. And they got him. So two great plays from the outfield. And that will do it for your Wildcats. One run did come across, so we head to the fourth inning. The score is now Bobcats 3, your Wildcats 2.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Underway in the fourth inning. Bobcats lead 3-2. Leading it off is going to be the first baseman, Arturo Martinez. Singled in the first. Thrown out at second. As the third baseman opted to go with the lead runner, trying to turn two. That first pitch misses inside for ball one. Another ball inside. They're going to say this one hit him. So Martinez is awarded first base.
Up next, number 4, John Gonzalez.
And that'll bring up the second baseman, John Gonzalez. Gonzalez reached on a fielder's choice and stole second back in the second inning. Inside corner, strike one. Goes the first runner in there on time. Sun beginning to make its exit here at this ball game tonight. Lights have been on for a little while. That one misses low for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike on the second baseman, John Gonzalez. First 2.5 innings were played under the bright sun. Breaking ball, runner going. That is fouled down the third base side of the field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. San Miguel does have a high leg kick. And that's why we see a lot of runners taking off and maybe even the hit and run play on. One ball, 2 strikes on the batter, John Gonzalez. Count remains the same, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on, fouled away down to the Wildcat dugout. So we'll do 1-2 again. Still nobody out here in the 4th inning, as the first batter that San Miguel faced is aboard as he was hit by a pitch. That is a curveball, and it is hit to center field. Center fielder comes and grabs it. Rodriguez fires it into the shortstop, Lopez. Runner stays at second.
Up next for the Bobcats, number 23, Tyler Flores.
So we've got runners at first and second, nobody out. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Tyler Flores. Tyler grounded out to the third baseman back in the 2nd inning. First pitch to Flores. Bunt is on. A fire to second base. And that play was close. Lopez comes over and asks the umpire, Otis Klausner, are you sure that he wasn't out? Bunt is on again. This time it is fouled in the dirt. Coach Brown is going to come and state the claim that it hit him. I think the umpire is going to say it was a dead ball. Nothing in 2 is the count. Still a runner at first and second, nobody out. That one is swung on and it hit the center field. It drops in front of Rodriguez. Here comes the runner to home. And the Bobcats bring in another run. So they lead 4-2. Tyler Flores with an RBI single to center, advancing Gonzalez to second.
Walking to the plate, number 2, Brandon Morin.
So we go to the top of the order, Brandon Morin at the plate. Single and scored his first time up, struck out the second time. Bunt is on, that pitch is outside. Again, bunt is on. Runner going to third. The throw is in there. And they're going to say no, he went under. Good throw from Garza. Escamilla grabbed it, applied the tag, but the umpire said that he slid under. And in that commotion, Flores runs over to second base.
2-0 count. Make it big right here. Hey, you're a mechanic, baby. Go to your mechanic. You're ahead. You're ahead, kid. Go, Brandon.
So nobody out. Runners at second and third. 2 balls and no strikes on the batter, Brandon Morin. Infield is playing in. That breaking ball catches the outside corner for strike 1. Same exact pitch, strike 2. San Miguel starts this pitch over at third base. And it comes and catches the corner. No way that Morin can get his bat on that one.
Don't let them make the call. You decide.
San Miguel steps off the rubber. He's in the windup. Count is 2-2. Same breaking ball. This time it's a little outside. Count is now full. Timeout called and granted.
Go, Brandon. Find a way. Find a way. Use your wheels.
Here comes the payoff pitch. That one misses outside, and now the bases are full.
Up next, number 6, Nathan Ochoa.
Got a timeout on the field. Garza can go have a few words with his pitcher. Infielders come in as well. We have no outs. Bases are loaded, so I'm pretty sure Javi Garza is going to discuss what to do when the ball comes your way. With the infield in, you always want to come to home first. Now batting's going to be the center fielder, Nathan Ochoa. Get a sacrifice bunt to the pitcher. First time up, and he's hit by the pitch, so he'll be awarded first base, and a run does come in. So the bases remain loaded, still nobody out, and that's going to bring up Jorge Salinas. Coach Brown coming out to the mound. He's going to have a few words with San Miguel, and as he does that, we'll take a timeout. We are in the top of the fourth inning. The Bobcats lead 5-2. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Pitching change for your Wildcats. Night's over for San Miguel. Now on the mound is Mike Brown. Mike Brown is a left-handed pitcher. Jorge Salinas, the catcher, is now at the plate. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Bobcats lead 5-2. First pitch misses for ball one. That pitch is swung on and flied back for strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Jorge Salinas. Jorge is 2 for 2. He had a single and a triple. Both times produced RBIs. That pitch misses, so it's 2 balls and a strike on the catcher, Salinas. That one is hit hard to left center field. Right center field. It's getting to the fence. 1 run comes in, 2 runs come in, and it's a base clearing double for Salinas. Salinas with 5 RBIs tonight. So Salinas with a single, a triple, and a double tonight.
Up next, number 12, EJ Alanis.
And that's going to bring up the third baseman, EJ Alanis. Breaking ball in there for strike one. Alanis with a fly ball in the first to center and a single to right in the third. That one misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, EJ Alanis. Brown steps off. Still no outs here in the 4th inning. That one misses in the dirt. Two balls and a strike is the count. 3 balls, 1 strike on the batter. Pass ball, runner advances.
Make sure it's your pitch. Make sure it's your pitch. If it's that drive, make sure it's yours.
Ball 4.
Let it go. All right, the rotation. Stay disciplined. What do you say, Ethan? Just like the last one, baby. Let's go.
So with runners at the corners,
Up next, number 13.
nobody out, that'll bring up the designated hitter, Ethan Rivera. 1 for 2 is Ethan tonight. Singled in the third, flied out in the first, but he's also doubled up in the third. As part of that hit and run that was on, and the bunt went straight into the air.
Let it travel, drive it hard, kid.
Bobcats have plated 5 here in the 4th. They lead 8-2. Runner is on his way to second. He's in there standing as there's really no attempt. So runners at second and third and nobody out. Swung on and fouled back for strike 1. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike. That one misses high for ball 2. This one is hit right up the middle. And this is going to be a 2 RBI single for Ethan Rivera.
Have some fun up there, kid.
So that single brings in 2 more runs for the Bobcats, and they are now up 10-2.
Just meet it. Punches the ball. Let's go. Meet it. Let it drop. Come on, Darren.
Darren Barrera, the pitcher, is now at the plate for the Bobcats, and he is the 9th batter of the inning. Slow breaking ball in there for strike 1. Still nobody out here in the 4th. This is a high fly ball to left. Ramsey moving over to his left. He's under it, and that is out number 1.
Up next, number 16. Arturo Martinez.
Rivera doesn't advance on the fly, and that'll bring up first baseman Arturo Martinez. Martinez started off the inning. He was hit by pitch, and he later on scored.
Top hand punches the ball.
Go Bobcats!
Breaking ball fouled back for strike 1.
Come on, Arturo. Meet it up front. It's all timing now. Here we go.
Let's go, Mikey.
That's another one, and that one is in there for strike 2.
Now we battle. Now we battle. Let's go.
So Mike Brown ahead of the count, 0-2. One out here in the 4th. Bobcats have scored 7 to extend their lead 10-2. This one is a grounder between first and second. Right fielder comes up to grab it. Runners headed to third.
Come on, John. Make it hurt, John. Keep going, John. Keep it going. Stay hot, John. Let's go.
So once again, we have runners at first and third. One out. That's going to bring up John Gonzalez.
Up next for the Bobcats, number 4, John Gonzalez.
He singled in the 4th. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd. He does have 2 stolen bases, and he has scored once.
Come on, John. Let's go. Come on, John. Square it off, baby.
Runner goes uncontested, and that's ball 1. High hanging breaking ball for strike 2.
Hey, you ready now, kid? You ready now, kid? Just drive it.
Swing and a miss. Now it's strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the second baseman, John Gonzalez.
Send it to right field, John. No push. No push to right field.
Ball is in the dirt. Good job by Javi to keep it in front of him. Rivera at third wasn't quite sure what to do as the ball didn't get too far, and Garza quickly got his eye on the ball, picked it up to ensure that nobody else came in. So the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We do have 1 out here in the 4th. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So that's out number 2. And that'll bring up left fielder Tyler Flores. Tyler's 1 for 2 tonight.
23, Tyler Flores.
Last time up, he did single to left. First pitch misses for ball 1.
Bring me to it, kid. Let's go.
That one's outside, ball 2. Javi Garza goes to talk to his young pitcher. Two and 0 is the count. 2 outs here in the 4th inning. That's a fly ball out of play for strike 1.
Meet it up front.
He gets him looking for strike 2. And a quick throw to third, not in time.
Hey, now we battle, kid. Let's go. Now we battle.
Mike Brown has found something in that slow curveball. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning, but not before the Bobcats score 7 on 4 hits, left 2 runners on. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Your Wildcats trailing 10-2.
Weslaco ISD All-Day Pre-K, where every child has a unique way of learning. Through fun activities, we encourage your child's creativity and compassion. At Weslaco ISD, our TEA certified teachers provide the highest standard of education along with social and emotional learning. Come join our family in one of the many elementary schools recognized with numerous distinction designations for their academic programs. Weslaco ISD, All-Day Pre-K, the right choice.
We are back at Wildcat Baseball Field. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Your Wildcats trailing 10-2. Wildcats will bring up Gomez, Vasquez, and Garza here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Gomez 1 for 1 tonight. He singled in the 2nd inning. First pitch is in there for strike 1. That's a breaking ball on the inside part of the plate for strike 2. That is hit hard to the third baseman. Alanis picks it up, fires it to first for out number 1. That'll bring up the left fielder, Ramsey Vasquez. Vasquez 0 for 1. Bunted over Gomez in the 2nd inning. However, he was thrown out at first. It's a nasty curveball in there for strike 1. That one misses inside for ball 1. Swung on and missed for strike 2.
Come on, put him away now. Let's go.
Breaking ball fouled away. Coach Brown picks it up. Hands it over to Alanis. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swung on, grounder to second. Gonzalez picks it up, throws it to first, and not in time. Vasquez showing off that speed. That was a slow-moving grounder, but I don't think Gonzalez really knows how fast Vasquez really is. So with 1 out, runner at first, that's going to bring up Javi Garza, the catcher. First pitch is outside for ball 1.
Hey, let's roll it.
Second pitch misses low, ball 2. Missing low for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes on the batter, the catcher, Javi Garza. Garza looks at strike 1. Barrera steps off. That one catches the inside corner. Count is now full. So after falling behind 3-0, he comes back with 2 straight strikes to fill up the count. 3-2. Payoff pitch is low, ball 4. So we have runners at first and second with only 1 out. Designated hitter Lenny Longoria up to bat for your Wildcats. Richard Ibarra on the run for the catcher Javi Garza.
Defense. Let's go, Bobcats.
Swings at the first one and misses, strike 1. Nobody keeping Ramsey on. He takes a large lead, and Barrera steps off to get him back. That is a bunt. Popped up to the first baseman. Trying to double up Garza at first, or Ibarra better yet, but the throw is not a good one. Martinez has to kind of get away from the bag to try to grab it. So everybody's back safely, but we do have 2 outs. So we head to the top of the order, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Jesse Lopez.
Go defense.
Curveball in there for strike 1. Lopez has reached twice tonight.
Go after him, Darren. Let's go.
He walked his first time up and got on an errant throw from the catcher. That pitch misses low for ball 1. Swung on, and that's a base hit to left field. Ramsey is not going to stop. And anyone with Vasquez-type speed will not stop. And he's in there standing at home for another run for your Wildcats. So an RBI single for Lopez. And Lopez has reached safely all 3 times up at bat. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Jaime Rodriguez. Jaime thinks about it. Did he go around? They're going to say yes. So 0-1 is the count on Jaime Rodriguez. Swings at that one, fouls it back for strike 2. Swing and a miss. They're going to say he fouled it back. So the count remains 0-2. Two outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jaime Rodriguez.
Go get him. All right, go get him. Make him run it.
That one misses outside as well.
Good. Hey, you're good. You're all right. You got 2 good pitches right here. Let's go.
2-2 count on center fielder Jaime Rodriguez.
Come on, get.
Count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Jaime Rodriguez. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Runners at first and second. Javi got us at second. Jesse Lopez at first. The payoff pitch fouled back. So we'll do it all over again.
Come on, Darren, put him away.
Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Get him, D. Good pitch, kid.
We had 1 run on 2 hits. 2 runners left on. We head to the 5th inning. Bobcats lead 10-3.
Before Clarissa Renteria was a dentist, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a cheerleader, played softball, and started college early through the dual enrollment program. She graduated from UTPA before earning her degree from the University of Texas School of Dentistry in Houston. Now she is Dr. Renteria, creating beautiful smiles at Professional Dental Group. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Dr. Clarissa Renteria, WISD was the right choice.
Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball Stadium. K-West bringing you this game between the Wildcats and the Bobcats. We are now in the 5th inning. Bobcats are back to the top of the order. Morin, Ochoa, and Salinas. First pitch is swung on and fouled back for strike 1. Swung on. That one is tailing foul. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So 3 straight strikeouts from Mike Brown as he finished the last inning with 2.
Up next, number 6, Nathan Ochoa.
That's going to bring up the center fielder, Nathan Ochoa.
Last call for concession stand. Last call for concession stand.
First pitch misses low, ball 1. Ball 2. 2-0 the count on Nathan Ochoa. That one is in there for call strike one. 2-1 the count on Nathan Ochoa. Swung on, hit hard to left. Ramsey is under it, and that's out number 2. So 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Jorge Salinas.
Up next, number 11, Jorge Salinas.
Salinas 3 for 3 tonight. He's got a single, a triple, and a double. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Swung on, hit to center field, and it drops for a base hit. So Jorge is 4 for 4 tonight.
Up next, number 12, EJ Alanis.
2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Runner at first, and that'll bring up EJ Alanis. Alanis is 1 for 2. He flew out to center his first time up, singled his second time up, and walked his third time up. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Runners going, and that one's in there for strike 1. Coach Brown coming out to readjust his outfield. So the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. We do have a runner at second base. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Runner goes, swing and a miss, strike 3. So no runners come in, 1 hit and 1 runner left on. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your Wildcats trailing 10-3. Welcome back to Weslaco East High School Wildcat baseball field. Wildcats coming to back here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They trail 10-3. In the bottom of the 5th, they'll bring up Solis, Brown, and Castillo. We'll see if Brown does come up to bat or if they opt to use a batter for him. First pitch is low and in the dirt for ball one.
All right, come back, come back. Don't press. There you go. There you go.
Strike one. 2 balls and 1 strike is the count on Nick Solis. That one catches the inside part of the plate to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Breaking ball, catcher asks for help. Otis Klausner over there at the first base line says, no, sir, he did not go around, so the count is now full. That one is hit up the middle for a base hit.
And batting next for Weslaco East is number 16, Michael Brown.
So Mike Brown up to the plate now. He has no official at-bats this evening, as he came in on relief for Julian San Miguel, the starting pitcher. Looks at that first one for strike one. That one misses outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. That one misses inside, so the count is now 2 balls and a strike on the pitcher, Mike Brown.
Straight line, baby, straight line. Straight line.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. Misses high. Count is now full.
Hey, get him on this one, you all right, D? Come on, D. You're good, kid. Right here, go get him. Make him run, D.
So Barrera going to a full count on the first 2 batters he faces here in the bottom of the 5th. That one is fouled back. Count remains full.
Let him hit, Darren. Double play.
He looks at that one for strike 3. So 1 out with a runner at first. That'll bring up Dominic Castillo, the right fielder. Dominic is 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out to short in the first inning, and in the third, flew out to right. That one a little low, ball 1. Outside, ball 2.
Hey, bear down, go get him. There it is. Good pitch. There you go.
Inside corner for strike 1.
Go down the pipe.
Little low and outside for ball 3. Wildcat batters here in the bottom of the 5th being patient at the plate, forcing Barrera to go deeper into the count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So all 3 batters here in the bottom of the 5th are drawing full counts. And he looks at that one for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Barrera. 2 outs here in the inning. Runner at first base, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Aaron Gomez. Gomez is 1 for 2 tonight. Last time up in the 4th inning, he grounded out to the third baseman. And in the 2nd inning, singled. First pitch is in there for strike 1. That one is swung on and popped up to right field. Brandon Morin looks at it, and he grabs that one for out number 3. So we did have 1 hit, no runs, 1 runner left on. We head to the 6th. Your Wildcats trailing 10-3.
Weslaco ISD graduates receive more than $4 million in college scholarships, including dozens who will play college sports. More than 900 received a certification and are ready for the workforce or continuing their education. Over 400 honor graduates will have opportunities to study at top-tier universities. And we are proud of our scholars graduating from medical school, law school, business school, and Ivy League universities. Weslaco ISD, the right choice for high school and beyond.
We are back at Wildcat Baseball Field as K-West brings you 31-6A baseball. Your Wildcats taking on the Bobcats of Edinburg High School. We head to the 6th inning. Your Wildcats trailing 10-3. The Bobcats will send Rivera, Barrera, and Martinez to the plate here in the top of the 6th. Rivera takes the first pitch, and that one drops in for a base hit. That'll bring up the pitcher, Darren Barrera. Barrera's 0 for 3 at the plate tonight. Brown goes to first base. Almost caught Rivera leaning. Slow curveball misses inside for ball 1. Barrera struck out his first time up at bat. Last time up at bat, he flew out to left field. That was in the 4th inning. In the 3rd inning, he popped up to the pitcher, part of that inning-ending double play. That pitch misses, ball 2. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes on the pitcher, Darren Barrera. That one is low and in the dirt for ball 4. So 4 straight pitches put Darren at first base.
Arturo Martinez.
Nobody out here in the top of the sixth, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Arturo Martinez. Martinez singled in the first, was thrown out at second. Hit by pitch in the fourth inning and scored. Then he singled in the fourth. Another slow-moving curveball from Brown. That's strike one. Same pitch is fouled back for strike two. You can hear the crowd laughing as it got stuck in the fence. So no balls and 2 strikes on Martinez. Swung on, this one's hit to right field. Castillo moves over to his right, a couple of steps, grabs that for out one.
Up next, number 4,
Wasn't hit deep enough to advance any of the runners. So with one out, that's going to bring up John Gonzalez.
Right over first base.
First pitch to Gonzalez, chopper up the middle for a base hit. That'll score Rivera. And on the throw to home, he'll hustle a second.
Up next, number 23, Tyler Flores.
Barrera hustles the third. So with one out, runners at second and third, that's going to bring up the left fielder, Tyler Flores. Another run does come in, so it's 11-3, Bobcats leading. That pitch is inside for ball one. Ball is inside in the dirt. Good job by Garza to keep that one from getting too far away from him. Keeping the runners at bay, so that's ball two. 2-0 count on the left fielder, Tyler Flores. That one misses outside for ball three.
Brandon. Put the pressure on Brandon. Go.
Four straight pitches, and Mike Brown has loaded up the bases. One out, runners at every base, and that's going to bring up Brandon Morin.
Up next, number 2, Brandon Morin.
Patient up there.
Smart.
Brandon's 1 for 3. He has scored twice, and he's been struck out twice.
Pull the ball, pull it. Stay inside, kid. Let's go. Stay inside. Pull the ball.
That one is hit right back at Mike Brown. He knocks it down, goes to first. And that's an out. But Barrera does score. So the score is now 12-3.
Ochoa.
So we've got runners at second and third, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Nathan Ochoa. That one's inside for ball 1. Runners do not advance on the wild pitch. So that'll go down as a ball. That makes the count 2 balls and no strikes. Runners still at second and third. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. That one is in there for strike 1.
Sit on it, drive it hard, kid. Let's go. Top hand onto the ball. Let's go. Top hand punches the ball.
That one hits him. So Ochoa is awarded first base.
Up next, number 11, Jorge Salinas.
So with the bases loaded, that'll bring up the catcher, Jorge Salinas. Salinas is 4 for 4 tonight. He's got 2 singles, a double, and a triple. He's got 5 runs batted in. Salinas takes the first pitch for strike 1. That one is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on the catcher, Jorge Salinas. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Bases are loaded. Umpire looking over to the crowd, reminding them that there is no flash photography allowed at any of the sporting events. Counts 1 ball and a strike. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Brown needing a good pitch here to get him out of this jam. That one is hit to the right of Brown. I'm sorry, to the left of Brown. He runs over, grabs it, and touches first base for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 6th. Your Wildcats trail 12-3.
At Weslaco ISD, our elementary schools are diving into new and inventive methods of learning that are transforming lives one mind at a time. Our innovative learning practices have earned our elementary schools numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic programs. Now with open enrollment, WISD, academics, arts, and athletics. For families everywhere, Weslaco ISD elementary schools are the right choice.
Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball Field. We have a pitching change for the Bobcats. Now on the mound for the Bobcats, Tyler Flores. Tyler Flores was playing left field earlier today. But what a great outing by the starting pitcher for the Bobcats, Darren Barrera. Went 5 complete innings, allowing only 3 runs. Flores gets the first one across for strike 1. Ramsey Vasquez swings at the second pitch, knocked it to center field for a base hit. So Vasquez with a leadoff single here in the 6th inning. That's going to bring up the catcher, Javi Garza. Wildcats needing a big inning here. Always helps when you get that leadoff batter on. First pitch is fouled back for strike 1.
Double up, double up.
Second pitch is fouled down the third base side. Looked like they had a hit and run on as Ramsey was headed to second. He'll have to get back to first. 0-2 is the count on the catcher, Javi Garza. That one is fouled back. Count remains 0-2. Hadn't seen the catcher Salinas move that far outside since the first and second innings. He's literally right behind the other batter's box. Breaking ball missing outside. Ramsey takes second. In there standing for a stolen base.
What about the runner? Get the batter now. Let's go. Go after the batter.
1 ball, 2 strikes on the catcher, Javi Garza. That one misses out high and outside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes on Garza. That one is swung on. Shallow right field. Morin comes in, grabs that one for out number 1, and Ramsey tags up, gets to third base safely, standing. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner at third, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Lenny Longoria. We have a pinch hitter for the designated hitter, and that's going to be Jared Burnias. Looks at that first one low for ball one. Swings at the second pitch, strike one. That one misses high and inside for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike on Burnias. Thinks about that one, holds back, but watches it goes in for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jared Burnias. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner at third base. We go to the top of the order. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Jesse Lopez.
Walking up to the plate is number 7, Jesse Lopez.
Lopez has been on all 3 times this evening. He scored twice. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. Breaking ball way outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Ramsey leads off with a single, steals second, gets to third, and he's left on there. So we had no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on. We head to the 7th inning. It is the Edinburg Bobcats 12, your Wildcats 3.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball Field. KOS bringing you this 31-6A matchup between your Wildcats and the Bobcats. We have a pitching change for your Wildcats now on the mound. Trey Martinez. He'll face Alanis Rivera and Barrera, batters 4, 5, and 6, typically known as the meat of the order. The first pitch from Martinez. That one misses a little high for ball 1. Breaking ball, swung on and missed for strike one. So here comes the 1-1. That one is swung on, hit to the shortstop. Fired to first base for out number one. So good job there by Lopez to secure out number one. We got a pinch hitter.
Up next, number 3, Manuel Cantu.
A pinch hitter for the designated hitter. This is going to be number 3, Manuel Cantu. First pitch is high for ball one. Swing and a miss, strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Cantu. That one is fouled down the third base side, and that one's going to find its way to the bullpen for strike two. One ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Takes that one a little high, evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one is hit sharply to left field and is in there for a base hit. So we got a runner on here in the top of the 7th inning, 1 out, and that'll bring up Roy Rodriguez.
Up next for the Bobcats, number 10, Roy Rodriguez.
Ball one. One out here in the top of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss, strike one. Runners going. Rodriguez looks at that one for strike two. He looks at that one for strike three. Two outs here in the top of the 7th. Runner at second base.
Up next, number 15.
That will bring up Ramon Arciba. That one misses a little bit outside, ball one. Strike one. One ball and one strike. Here's the 1-1. Misses outside for ball two. 2 balls and a strike on Arciba. Swing and a miss, strike two. Gets him looking. So Trey Martinez comes on in the 7th inning, gives up no runs, allows 1 hit, strikes out 2. So we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the Edinburg Bobcats 12, your Wildcats 3.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
We head to the bottom of the 7th inning here at Wildcat Baseball Field, and leading it off for your Wildcats is going to be the center fielder, Jaime Rodriguez. He'll be followed up by Nick Solis and Mike Brown. Wildcats trailing 12-3 here in the bottom of the 7th. Rodriguez looks at that first pitch for strike one. Swung and fouled back for strike two. Breaking ball, strike three. One out. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Nick Solis. That one misses outside for ball one. Looks at that one for strike one. 1 ball and a strike on Nick Solis. Nick Solis is 2 for 3 tonight. He has 2 singles. That's strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Breaking ball swung on and fouled back. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
One more, here we go.
That one misses low. Count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. High fly ball to right field. Morin is under it. And that is out number 2. Pitching spot is up next, and Trey Martinez came on in relief, so he'll be batting. That one misses high and inside for ball 1. Looks at that one for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Trey Martinez. Swung on, hit up the middle. Second baseman comes across, grabs it, fires it to first. Not in time. Trey's going to try to get to second, and he's going to be caught. That ball ricocheted off the dugout, which is made of concrete. Martinez just turned around, waited for it to come to him, fires it to second base, got Trey Martinez. So that is out number 3. And the game is now officially gone final. Bobcats defeat the Wildcats 12-3. For K-West, I am Joe Aguilar, joined by the cameraman extraordinaire, Vinny Berry. Where once again, the final score, the Edinburg Bobcats 12, your Weslaco East Wildcats 3. Good night.